Cole Kurashige from Computer Science and Engineering with his talk, Error-Free Software for All.
So I'd like to open by asking you all a question. At your work, what's the worst that could happen if you make a single mistake? Chances are you didn't say, bring down the global economy. Not unless you're a world leader or perhaps a programmer. In July of 2024, a company known as CrowdStrike did just that. They introduced a bug or a misconfiguration in their code that caused computers around the globe to crash repeatedly. This grounded flights, froze financial transactions, and even closed some hospitals. Now, I worked as a software engineer before I came to UCSD, and the most significant bug that I ever saw was caused by one mistyped character. So bugs aren't at all hard to write, but what are they exactly? And I like to use an analogy to baking. Let's say that I want my computer to bake me a cake. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a recipe, or code. This recipe is something that the computer is going to follow unfailingly. It's going to preheat the oven, it's going to mix ingredients, and all the while it's not going to actually know that what I asked it for was a cake. So if I give it a bad recipe, that computer will gladly set my oven on fire. A bug is this mismatch between what I expected of the computer and what I told it to do. And one insight that we have here is a way to prevent bugs is to teach computers about what cakes are. Here at UCSD, I'm developing a way for programmers to provide not only their recipes, but also the things that they want the computer to get out of those recipes. This enables the computer, in my example, to say, hold on a second. You gave me a recipe that you said should produce a cake, but what you're actually going to get is a fire in your oven. In order to make this all work, though, there's an important ingredient that I've left out, and I'm not referring to cake batter. So you see, computers don't understand what cakes or fires are in this analogy, and that's the whole reason why we couldn't have them review the recipes in the first place. So perhaps the most important facet of my research is taking these high-level human concepts and allowing programmers to still talk in terms of them. But then I automatically translate each one of these details down into logic, because computers love logic, and that's certainly what they understand. With this logic, the computer can then cross-reference the recipe and say, is there a mismatch between what the programmer wanted me to do and the instructions they've given me? If it finds one, that's a bug, and we've prevented an error from occurring. I'm imagining a future where, with my research, that next engineer at CrowdStrike is going to catch their world-stopping bug before it can cause a second disaster. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Now, ironically, I did have a one-letter typo in the phonetic spelling of your name.
Oh,
so
I am so sorry.
No, it's on my side.
Oh, okay. Whew.
So you can see how bugs can affect us all.
Oh, absolutely. Human bugs are the most important kinds of bugs in our research.
Is that right?
Well,
what's a human bug? Now I'm really confused. Okay, but let me ask you a question about cake.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of cake in your talk. So
sure.
what is your cake of choice?
So this is an interesting tidbit that I was thinking of putting in the talk. I actually haven't had a cake for about 1.5 years since I've been vegan in that time.
Okay.
And I'm going to be honest with you all. I'm not trying. Of course, I'd love to sell you all on veganism, but the vegan cake industry is not quite there yet, in my humble opinion.
Okay, so there's some room for opportunity growth.
Absolutely.
In the vegan cake space.
Absolutely. If you're thinking of starting a business, like I will be there to try it at the very least.
We have a cake taste tester.
Sure.
Okay. And I understand that you may be in a band in CSE.
Correct, yes.
Tell me about this.
So we actually performed here about 1.5 years ago. CSE has this holiday party, and there's this tradition of professors and students doing little skits. They'll record videos of them parodying songs. And I said, well, we have a bunch of musical talent. What if we actually got them to perform on stage? Mm-hmm. Which, as it turns out, the reason why this didn't happen before is because wrangling people from CSE is like, the allegory people use is herding cats. It's really just a royal pain trying to get people to just go into a room and practice for 30 minutes. But fortunately, enough of them did it. And we kind of have made it almost a tradition at this point.
Okay, so what's the name of the band and what is your instrument?
Okay, that's a great question. The working name of the band was the Null Pointer Sisters. It's kind of a computer science joke.
Okay.
We did not perform Pointer Sisters music, unfortunately. We performed a parody of Let It Be to the tune of GPT because, ChatGPT has been all the rage recently.
Okay.
And my instrument, so we have this joke that people tell in orchestra. I used to be a violinist, of how, first they take the violinist, they stop playing well, they convert them to a drummer, and then they take away one of the sticks and they make them the conductor after they still don't perform well. I kind of am partway through that transition, so I started playing guitar, and then we lost our illustrious drummer, Nico. He is now a professor at University of Chile. So I've been demoted to drummer because literally the first question I ask everyone in CSE is, do you play the drums? And no one plays drums. It's people tell this joke about trying to find drummers and bassists, but it's absolutely true. There's just no one out there who plays.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is for the next grad recruitment cycle, we need a vegan baker
Yes.
who plays the drums
Yes.
and won't make typos. I think
Absolutely.
those are the three
That would be my dream. And please let them be in my lab so I can benefit from all of these things.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.